Hey, good morning everybody. Nick here from RTFT. I hope you're doing really great. Hey, look, we're coming up to the end of the year. Many of you will be visiting customers at Christmas time, or you should be visiting customers at Christmas time, having conversations with them, thanking them for the business that they've brought you this year and the partnership that you've worked through with them, and just keeping them as your valued customer as always. Hey, look, this is tip number 3. Okay, this is tip number 3. So 12 months ago, 3 months ago, I said I was going to be doing 12 months worth of free tips. We are up to the 3rd month, and this is December the 1st tip for free sales tips from RTFT. So it's a good one. Now, one of the things that I've seen a lot is people are saying to me, I await your direction, but I'm not getting the kind of responses you're talking about. I await your direction, tip sales number one is not the same as I look forward to your direction. The cognitive is not the same. I look forward to your direction puts the ball in their court because you are saying you look forward to them doing something for you. Okay, there's a lot of psychology behind this. It's not the same as I await your direction. I await your direction will have you waiting for weeks still for paperwork and details and meetings and all that sort of thing. So tip number 1, I look forward to your direction. Tip number 2, let's keep it nice and simple. When setting up the meeting, don't talk too much on the phone, just get the meeting. So we've got the meeting, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to lock the bugger in. So how do you do that? Well, while you're talking to the person you're having a conversation with to convince them that they're going to have a meeting with you, a lot of people will go, hey, I'm available next week, how does that work for you? Straight away, the customer or potential customer will turn around and say generally, oh no, that's not so good for me, I'm not available till the week after. Okay, what I do and what I use as a tip is state a couple of days or times that you're available that work for you that the person can then work in with. So for example, you would say something like, hey, next week on Wednesday and Thursday I'm available between 10 and 3 p.m. Which one of those days will work for you? Now here's the interesting thing once again, cognitive behavior all the way through this process. You will find that they will be thinking to themselves, okay, he's only available 2 days to see me, she's only available 2 days to see me. I'm going to, or 3 days to see me, I'm going to work with inside this because the whole time you've set it up perfectly, you've been respecting of their thought process, you've been asking the questions throughout the process when you've been setting up the meeting, and you don't do anything different when you're setting up the appointment. When you get to the point where you've got the appointment agreed, make sure that you're requesting to find out who would need to be in that meeting. See, here's another thing. A lot of salespeople will wait 3, 4, 5 meetings before they meet the decision maker or the key influencer or the person they should be meeting. They don't ask the question, who should be at that first meeting? I do that and I get 3 or 4 people in the room sometimes on my first meeting, and then we close the deals the next day. So here's the thing. When you're setting up the meeting, don't just send an email either. Make sure that you actually follow up with an invite, a professional invite, and you send them the invite, and then once that's locked in, here's the best part about it, it's now up to them to make sure that they can make that appointment work for them. So you don't arrive at the business and they suddenly go, oh no, he's not here, actually he's out on site, because he knew about the meeting, she knew about the meeting, so chances are she will let you know if she can't make that meeting. It will be that important to them because it's in their calendar. So don't send out emails, guys, and hope they're going to go, yep, that looks good for me. Send a proper calendar invite through Google or another format, one of the calendar formats, and make sure that it's locked in stone. A lot of guys don't do this, I see it all the time, and it just pushes out the sales cycle and the meetings slip out over and over again. So I hope that really works for you guys. 1, I look forward to your direction. 2, keep it simple when setting up the appointment. 3, make sure the appointment's locked in, set in stone, and make sure the appointment date and time frame works for you as well, because it will make you look like a consummate professional. Okay guys, look forward to seeing you again next year. Have a Merry Christmas if I don't talk to you before then. This is the last tip for the year. Talk to you later on. Bye.